Nigeria now, as some of you might know from reading the blog. And while I was here, I wanted to make sure that I met up with Teni Sagoe to find out more about her brand and fashion label Clan. Teni Sagoe and I have been friends for years, but I've never really gotten to know about Clan in detail since it first launched just over a year ago. So I came here to find out more about it and also get you guys to know about it. Teni's mom is Deola Sagoe, and Deola Sagoe is the biggest fashion label in Nigeria and one of the biggest, if not the biggest, in Africa. And so, Teni, do you feel like you were born into fashion? Was it something you were always going to go into?
When you ask me that question, the song Baby I Was Born This Way comes to mind. It's just, do you think you were born into fashion? In a way, I am a designer's daughter, so at the same time, I did law. So, if you look at it from that angle, maybe I wasn't exactly born into fashion. Even though I was born into fashion, it wasn't something I had ever thought I would pick up and just do. It was an interest. I've always been interested in fashion. There's always, for me, when I see people, there's always more than, or clothes, there's always more than meets the eye. There's a concept. There's something, there's always something behind what people wear. And that has always been very interesting to me. It's always been something that I look out for and something that I enjoy. From as young as 11, I went to shows. I accompanied my mom and went with her to shows and was backstage dressing models and all of that. So I've been very exposed. It's more like, for me, it's a culture rather than, just like a career or like something I would pick to do as a job. So if you ask me if I was born this way, I probably was, but I didn't realize it. I didn't take it seriously, let me say, till last year.
Is Clan Deola Sagoe's baby? Is it sort of the baby line of Deola Sagoe for younger people? Is it affiliated with Deola Sagoe, or is it just a different line on its own?
Clan is to Deola Sagoe what Miu is to Prada. I want to be very careful with the way we use the word baby, because I don't want people to think that the brand is for children. It's Clan, rather than appealing to a certain age demographic, is trying to appeal to a certain kind of spirit. So if we're not talking about, you have to be between the ages of maybe 16 and 35. We're talking about you have to have a certain vibe, you have to have a certain spirit, you have to have an appreciation for the Clan spirit. And I think that's a more succinct way to put it, rather than putting it as okay, this is our target audience. If you're over this particular age, you can't wear clothes, because that's just not true. And I always give this example. There's this lady, and when I was designing a certain dress, it's a long dress with cutouts on the side, and cutouts. That's just parents call it juvenile. So you're exposing your body. What's all this rubbish? Blah blah. But this lady was quite old. I don't know how she was. She was maybe about over 35, and that was her first pick. And she wore it to an event. So it's about the spirit. Do you have that spirit? Do you have an appreciation for that spirit? Do you want to buy into it? Do you want to, it's a vibe. You can carry off the Clan vibe, and if you can do that, then why not? I will never say don't wear this or you should wear this or whatever. If you want whatever, if you feel like you can sort of relate to the Clan vibe, then we're just more than happy to just have people wear our clothes.
I agree with that actually, because some of the clothes I saw downstairs, I thought this doesn't look like a junior line. This looks like it could be Deola Sagoe. It's just as good. It's just as sophisticated. Just I think clan is more edgy. So I
Exactly.
think what you said as the vibe, I think it goes with your style more. So who's the clan girl? Is that a clan girl to you? Is it a representation of your style, or do you try and use different sorts of?
The clan girl is every girl. You know, clan girl is sporty, she's sexy, she's sophisticated, she's classy, you know, she's boisterous, she's a little more, she can be a little more reserved. She's every girl. So in clan, you'll find every kind of girl because there's 3 of us and we are all different.
You, Abba, and Tiwa all seem to dress differently. So what are the different elements of your style that make up the clan girl?
I'll start with me. I do appreciate a very wide range of colors. I think that's what's quite distinct about my own style. I think that's a distinctive feature. I like color. You know, at one point I had a best friend who never like let this joke go. He used to call me Skittles because I would just wear colors. Abba is very at one point all thought she was quite gothic. You know, she's always in black eyeshadow, black jeans, black Martens, black blazer. Like when you see her like all dressed up, it's just black. And she just likes that very, you know, it's a dramatic look. You can't go wrong with black. It's sophisticated, it's chic, it's androgynous, and she inspired the second collection quite a lot, as you can see.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know that's the difference between like we could both go out and she's wearing black, a black dress, a black blazer, and I am maybe wearing something on it with like a nude jacket and skirt or nude shirt dress. Those are kind of things I like. Now Tiwa, the last, a lot of people think she doesn't actually contribute, but she does. She actually is, her style is very conservative. So when I think of Tiwa, I think of Audrey Hepburn, just a very classic look. A lot of things you make. Sometimes I go crazy. I'm like, why don't you try this and that? And she's like, is that even wearable? She's simple. So like a different. If you see any casual, chilled pieces, they're more likely to be inspired by her because she doesn't like that whole. She doesn't like that whole made up pattern look. She likes very casual, chilled, but still sophisticated. That's why I'm going for Audrey Hepburn.
Interesting actually, because my little sister's style is also very classic, and you think because she's younger and because Tiwa is younger that she brings more like color to the
Table.
Yeah, to the table. But just like my little sister, she calls me Lady Gaga. Sometimes I want to wear something and she's like, no, that's so Lady Gaga. She's just more classic. So maybe it's like
It's a new thing.
maybe it's a new thing.
Yeah.
Looking forward to 2013 as well, we're almost at the end of the year. What are your plans in relation to clan for the new year? I remember being exactly in the studio just over a year ago at the first ever clan fashion show, and I can't believe how much it has grown in a year. I'm seeing clan in the papers, I'm seeing celebrities wearing clan, I'm seeing you at fashion shows. I'm so proud of you, and it's so great to see you doing so well so quickly. So what are your plans for the next year?
We at Clan we really appreciate all the support. It's not every day that you do something and you actually have people who are so like, you know, behind you, always offering support, always buying your stuff. It means a lot to us, and I won't for like 1 second let anyone think otherwise. So just generally, I'm just going to say a very big thank you for all the support. Like, we really appreciate it. And yeah, our plans for 2013. Clan wants to continue to be the viable option for Nigerians and not just for Nigerians, for anyone. But because we're based in Nigeria, we want to continue to be the viable option for anyone who needs a quick shop or a piece of clothing that is easy to buy and very wearable, very versatile, and can be styled differently, but it's also very exquisite. That is what we do at Clan. And a lot of the time, you know, I get people saying, do you have any more of this? Do you have any more of this? Do you have any more of this? And I understand why that happens. It's actually meant to be like that because I personally, as a girl, I know how hard it is buying things and knowing that someone else definitely has it. And so we try to make the same products in different colorways so that you don't see you see the same skirts, but you're seeing it in so many different colorways that you're like, is this the same skirt? Is it not? We've done it in bronze. I'm just talking about. I've got a particular skirt in mind here. You probably know it. It's a wrap skirt with pleats. That was our bestseller this year, and we've done it in like a blue wash. We've done it in tie dye. We've done it in all black, matte and shiny mixed black. It's just different. So when people wear it, like they're not even like worried or upset about wearing it then because it's different. It's going to be different from the next person. So we want to continue to offer that kind of exclusivity on a very it's on a large scale, but then again it's not too expensive, and I think that's one of our major selling points. So we're going to try and keep that going. We're also going to make sure that we're following the trends, making sure that people are getting what is the stylish stuff. And I'm personally rooting for a work line because these days it's just it's not just a shirt and a skirt anymore and a blazer. It's more than that. You can do a dress, you can do a midi skirt, you can do blouses. There's just so many different things you could do now, and I don't want people half of us spend our days, like the majority of our days, at the office, and why can't you do that in style? So that's one of the I'll give that away. That's one of our plans for next year.
Talking about the new year, what did you learn from 2012?
I think the biggest lesson I learned was that designers usually, a lot of designers are very creative, and so you get wrapped up in trying to express your art, and you don't even look at sort of productivity in the sense of making money. And it's a business. It's not just a creative mind. You can't just have a creative mind. You have to have a business mind. So that's what I learned from 2013. Not only do you have to make beautiful clothes that people want to buy, but you have to make them at good prices, sell at good prices, and you also have to think about ways to maximize profits. A lot of times people just do shows. And shows are amazing, they're perfect. What's the better way to show your art that you've been harnessing for such a long time and you've worked on, what's the better way to showcase your art? But then again, when I think about it, you have to think about your audience. Here in Nigeria, a fashion show is more like entertainment. If I was a better fashion show, I would want to make killer, nice. I'm not exactly thinking about buying something out of the show. I'm not exactly thinking about going to the designer's boutique afterwards. It's just, oh wow, that was amazing. Okay, next, what's next on my itinerary? That's it. It's not, so that following through is not always on the mind of the consumer. And that's what I want to do. I want to do differently next year. I want to make sure that I'm not just doing shows here and there. I want to make sure that I am doing shows and I'm able to produce things that I can sell from that show or after that show to my clients, to my consumers. Because I think that's just the most important thing. Having nice pictures, glamorous pictures is one thing, but having glamorous pictures of your clothes and having people wearing your clothes, that's the next level. And that's one thing I would say. That's a big lesson I learned this year.
That being said, I'm sure we'll see much more of Clan in 2013.
Yes, I did mention that we are also very serious about websites.
I'm asking you.
Yeah, I get this question every time, and I'm just we're very particular about the way that our image, is very important to us and very hands-on. So if you see a website, trust me, we put in work, we've done it in person before, we've gotten involved at a very personal level. So that's one of the things that we need to make sure in 2013 that we have a website, not just a destination, not just somewhere you can just come look at clothes, somewhere you can actually buy clothes, somewhere where you can actually interact with us through a blog and all of that. So yeah, a lot of work, but yes, I'm ready to start working. We are ready to start working.
That's great. Also, I think that now this moment in time is very fundamental for the Nigerian fashion industry. Everything is growing at this point. New brands are coming in with the whole Indani space thing in Selfridges. Nigerian brands, like, I think this is the time for them to really take their place on the, try to take their place on the international scene. Yeah, so I think it's great that you're here and you'd be able to do that for
There's just so much right now in Nigeria. I mean, I'm very ready and willing to make sure that people can see that through my little contribution to the fashion world. So, yeah, I agree with you.
Thank you so much, Teni, for your time today. And you can shop Clan at L'Espace in Victoria Island, Lagos, if you're in Nigeria. And you can also shop Clan at the Deola Sagoe showroom. I will put the details down below. If you're not in Nigeria, the Clan website, as Teni said, will be up and running soon, so you would be able to